Hello, UBL Nation. Welcome back to another week of the Pickems, week 5. I am, as always, joined by a wonderful guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Vatrena here. UBL. I don't know. Yeah, UBL participant, I guess. Fellow VGC enjoyer, and definitely love singles.
Nice to hear. But yeah, we are here for week 5. More than halfway done with the season at this point, so these teams are really getting close, down to the wire for the playoffs. I know you have a pretty good record right now, if I do recall.
Yeah, I mean, I had to fight against, I think it was Otto last week. Got one win, but aside from that, he just outcooked me.
Dude, Otto's crazy at the game. Like,
He is.
bro cooks so incredibly well.
If I'm correct, I think he just clinched playoffs.
He did, yeah. I got the news just before recording this, so we did get spoiled on one of the matches, unfortunately. But the rest will be all fresh. We should be getting it right to you. So, first matchup here, we have the Grafton Granbuls and Titanic Destruction. This is going to be, I believe, Cannor versus HonchKris, the new coach, taking over. So, this is going to be interesting. Both these teams, neither of these teams have the best record right now. I think they're both 1-3, so it's kind of do or die for both of them.
But Cannor's experience.
True.
I think Cannor definitely has the experience.
Oh yeah, Cannor has a lot of
Although I
experience.
do love the team on the right.
It's a pretty radical team. I don't know. It's weird because Cannor's been having a bit of an off season, to be honest, and that just could be due to numerous factors. But regardless, I feel like I don't know. He's just not playing at the level I'm like a lot of us are used to, which is fair. But it's just kind of weird, you know?
Now, did he do transactions recently, or is this the same team he's kept since the beginning of the season?
Yeah, this is a new team he's had. He swapped out his
New
size spam
team.
for a Hail team, and he got beaten by Air in the last week. So
I think that's the play, though. I think going Hale might. Now, while of course, yeah, there's still a bunch of great players over in Dusk Division. I think swapping out size spam for ice works really well.
I agree. I
Because
think
personally, I love bundle.
yeah, I think Hail is definitely a better archetype than size spam. The thing though is like there's two Hail teams in this league, and neither of them have done particularly well with Hail yet. So I'm still a little suspicious. My eyebrows are still raised. I'm not quite sure how it's all gonna shake out.
Another concern I have for Hale, well, not like the Hale team, great, but the fact that there's Crabominable on the other team, if this guy is cooking, he brings it.
True.
He
Wait,
brings
actually,
Crabominable.
Carbonable is flames. Wait a minute. Assault vest is unkillable.
Abuse their Hale. Yep.
AP
Now,
Carbonable
I
is
think
unkillable.
it just seems like the right side has a whole bunch of misfits, while the left side definitely has more synergy. So, in terms of overall, who I think is going to win, based off of just experience and possible combo/gimmicks, I think it's the left side. But if it's based off of solo mons, I mean, it's like Goldingo and Crabominable going against Hale.
Yeah,
That is-
Goldango, Carbonable, Dusclops. Like, Canada does not have a good way of getting rid of Dusclops because his knockoff Pokemon is
Yeah.
Copperajah, I think.
His
and,
two dark Pokemon aren't attackers.
yeah, well, Murkrow gets foul play. They both get foul play, but Dusclops has shit attack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, Tauros looks really good, and so does Ninetales, for Canner at least. I mean, Copperajah is good, Haxorus is good, Oranger is cool if you want to go to, like, Trick Room. But Chris can cook. Chris can absolutely cook in this matchup. I think Dusclops is phenomenal here. I think, like you said, AV Carbonable, it's kind of unkillable and has the Hyper Cutter, so it's not deterred by Tauros Intimidate. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of steel weaknesses on Canner's team.
I still think I favor Cannor. You know what? I don't think that he's going to lose 7 matches in a row. No way. This is week 7, right? Or
All right.
week 5.
Oh,
Close
I have
enough.
caps lock on. There we go. What the heck?
I think Cannor got this. All he needs to do, honestly, I think if he brings HonchKris out, or as you said, Tauros, get some good wall breakers in there, I think he's got it.
Why am I not able to type the full thing? Why is it abbreviated to CA? What is going on? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I had to reorganize the doc because it was not looking great. Is it because of font size?
Oh. No. It's because of the... what is it? The rows. You have to make it so that they can fit the text.
Okay, we're just going to make this a little bit wider.
Resize column, I think? Yeah, fit to data. There you go.
Ah.
Sorry if it, zoomed out everything, but...
It's okay, it's okay. We'll just...
and I'll fix that one.
Thank you.
There you go.
We'll just shift this over by one. Oops. I'm very professional.
Boop.
Oh no, wait, now all this is messed up. Oops. Okay.
Now all that's messed up? Oh no, I can undo it.
Shit. It worked fine
There you go.
before. Hold up. Just spam Control Z.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I did the control.
Because this was fine. Okay. Yeah, this works. But why does, when I put Cannor here, it's fucked?
We can do abbreviations then. No need to...
But I want to do the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit. You know what? GG for the Graft and Grambles. There we go. That's our solution.
One sec. I might fix it. I think it's because of something that has to do with overflow, if I'm correct. So I need to make it like that. And now try it on the left side.
Ah, sick. Okay.
Yeah, okay. It works normally now? I should have fixed both sides. Nice.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I want to have Cannor in this one, but I don't know. He's been kind of salt posting a little bit.
Hey,
and
we love gambling against Goldango with a Hail team.
I don't know. I haven't seen Chris play, so I'm kind of curious, but Cannor needs some, and I'm a spirit bomb for him. Bro needs it. Cannor, you're my G, you're my goat. I believe in you forever and always. Except for the 3 times I didn't believe in you, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Next up, oh my god, this shit always happens with this stupid document. There we go. I am very professional recorder, YouTubeist. There we go. But now you can read the text, so we're improving a little bit. Salty Swamper's Fireman Finion. So, let me pull up the little information table. Salty Swamper's are 3-1. Flowerman Finions are 0-3. That's the record of both these teams going into this match.
I can see why Salty Swampers has so many wins.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have. This is their week 2 roster starting with, and they still won 1-0, or they still won their week 1. But this team is broken.
Wow.
I think it's probably the second best team in the entire league, if not the very best.
Yeah, I mean, from what I know, Reuniclus is... Or no, I think Iron Valiant gets Trick Room, right?
They both get Trick Room.
Funny enough. Yeah, I should know. I know all about fast Trick Room setters.
Yeah. Oh, man. That was so funny to me.
I don't know why I thought it would work. But back to these teams. The speed control on the left team is insane.
Yeah, you have Noivern Tailwind.
Those two,
you have
Xianpao and Noivern.
I mean, Rabombi outspeeds Noivern technically, and it outspeeds Iron Val, which is the other speed control. Like, Rabombi threatens all the forms of speed control that nobody has. However, it's a Rabombi.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say the biggest problem is if it's not running Covert Cloak, Xianpao does have Icy Wind.
Well, it has the normal. He has the Covert Cloak ability. I forget what it's called. Shield Dust. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it can run Focus Sash plus Covert Cloak. which is kind of stupid. But let's be honest with ourselves for a second. Rabambi's not doing more than like 60% to Reuniclus.
Yep.
And that is a Rage Powder Volcarona potentially. So if Reuniclus clicks Trick Room, it can very easily get it up. And also there's like 3 fake up Pokemon that can sit next to Reuniclus and just fake out the other guy. So Lyric's gonna have to... I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just looking at Volcarona's type matchup looks really nice here. Like, there's not a lot of Pokemon that resist Fire and Bug on the team, except for, what's his name? Yeah, whatever, the Protomon. But you can just do Terra Ground for that. Or even Terra Rock.
The Gouge Fire. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gouging Fire, that's the name. Mm-hmm.
You can Terra... I mean, you can even Terra Dragon if you want, but that's kind of risky. I think Terra Ground is a pretty good bet, though, because you resist the Ivy Cudgel from the Ogerpon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the main rock move that it's going to be hitting you.
Yeah, and that helps against Vikavolt. No, just electricity spam.
Yeah.
Now, as much as I want a dog on the right team, I think they can play. I think they can play a little bit with illusions to their advantage.
No, Lyric's been phenomenal with Zoroark this season. Like she's been killing it. But unfortunately, the rest of the team is not amazing in my personal opinion. So I don't know. It's weird because like I think nobody's kind of just playing to get into playoffs, and Lyric is playing to have a chance to still be in playoffs. I think I just gotta give it to nobody though. Like this team is so stacked. You can play it in a lot of ways.
I mean, that's the obvious choice.
Yeah, Rabambi is annoying. Ogerpon and Gouging Fire are both really good, but I haven't seen like Lyric use the Howl Gouging Fire that effectively this season, to be completely honest. So I don't know what's going to be of this match, but I think nobody just has so many more options, and it's a very creative builder that it's kind of easy for nobody to flex his stuff.
Yeah. He might not even end up bringing Volcarona. He might go for something funny like a Fletchinder. Just to outspeed Trick Room.
Nah,
not Trick Room, sorry, Tailwind.
Here's what you do. You lead Fletchling plus Iron Valiant, and you go Gale Wings, Peck, Fletchling, and activate the weakness policy on your Iron Valiant, and then you have weakness policy Val.
Yeah, and that I don't see a resist. Well, I mean, is there ever really a resist to Iron Valiant, especially with what is it, Terra available?
I mean, Poison resists the stabs, but there's no Poison type.
Yeah, but with Terra.
Yeah. Or, better idea, you peck your Terra... Oh, wait, Shampoo can't Terra. Your Terra...
Yeah.
Terra Bug Oricorio that clicks Revelation Dance. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? You just reminded me. Dancer with Volcarona. That could very...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I've seen this team like 3 times all season, and I never thought about that once. Wait.
I'm not seeing a lot of fire resist here, except for that one funny guy.
And it can be all Oricorio forms. And Oricorio when it Terras is really rad because its Revelation Dance stays its primary type. So it just gets stronger Terra Blast.
I think that's a very funny combo, and I wouldn't be surprised if nobody went for it.
If I were nobody, I would wait till I'm 4-0 to do it. Or like until I'm locked for playoffs.
Yeah,
that's like... Yeah. But it's a very silly idea.
I do agree that nobody will win this match, though. Or that's what I think. I would love to see the Illusion Zoroark just make nobody think the different mons on the field and have them blunder, but I don't think it's realistic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nobody's fighting types move, like nobody's fighting type move Pokemon can just click their other stab type, because like Lyric does not have a good switch into Moonblast or Knockoff.
So just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I want to believe in Lyric, I really do, but I just don't think the team is it, to be honest. I don't think this is the team that Lyric needs to succeed, but
Yeah.
it's weird. We're moving on.
Before we move off this,
Ooh.
I was gonna say before we move off this team, Chien Pao priority. Yeah, that takes care of almost any. It just focus as Chien Pao, having it in back, even if it's not your lead. Sucker Punch and Ice Shard. I don't really see a mon on here that doesn't clear except for Avalog.
I mean, I feel like Chien Pao kind of struggles to deal with Cloister, Avila, Gouging Fire, and Stonejourner.
Cloister is a fair point, but I think Sucker Punch still does a fair amount to gouging, if I'm correct.
It probably could, but I'm just saying, like, it's not as automatic as it usually is for Chien Pao. So, like, this isn't an incredible Chien Pao matchup, but you can just stack the Sword of Ruin next to, like, even fucking Scrafty or Thwacky and go crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Next up. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Whoa. From one broken team on the left to an even more broken team on the left. That's crazy. Yeah, I think this team is nuts. It's a little nutter butters. I could see the other team being better, but regardless, we have Fairfax for Alligator, St. Louis Talonflame. We got Big E. We got Pyrus. Pyrus is 2-2. Big E is 2-1. I'm going to try to make more note of the records as we move forth because, you know, it's important at this point in the season. Both these teams are in that, like, middle of the pack, trying to set themselves a cut above and try to not be a cut below. Yeah, I think Big E's team is really a cut above overall. And in this matchup, Dragapult clicks buttons really well.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Just the fact that Dragapult normally outspeeds everything, but when you don't have a lot of ghost resists, or ghost dragon resist specifically, that really hurts for the matchup.
I think this is a good week for, like, Hexpult. I think Hexpult does pretty well here because Arcanine is a pretty solid Pokemon to just clicking Will-O-Wisp into this team. It doesn't really get threatened by much. You probably wouldn't want to Intimidate anyway because of the Ogre Pond. But you can just run, like, Flash Fire if you really want to be annoying to the Infernape. And just click Will-O-Wisp in this matchup. And not a whole lot wants to take that burn. So
now, while I would agree with the Hex, I think there is still a very big threat on the right side that hurts his team a bit. There's Sandy Shocks.
Yeah, Sandy
Shocks. If it's booster energy, Terra Ice, it's not going to give Dragapult the chance to click Will-O-Wisp and then Hex.
Yeah, I think Sandy Shocks gets answered kind of easily by Florges. But it's definitely a problem. Pyrus has been using it really well all season as well, just as a really good gravity user. And Pyrus in general has been using gravity really well. Let me see something real fast. So Timid Talonflame is 195. Neutral Pult is 194. So if it's not max speed, then it gets caught up by Talonflame. But I don't think you would really care that much. So, like, in theory, it forces, like, Timid / Jolly Pult. In practice, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because I don't think this extra speed is going to matter in that instance, because Talonflame is just going to go for Tailwind in that scenario.
Yeah.
It's going to try to boost up Ogerpon or whatever attacker it wants to try to outspeed Dragapult that way.
Also, speaking of Tailwind, you mentioned Booster Energy Sandy Shocks. I raise you Booster Energy Iron Jugulus. That can Terrasilize out of its Ice and Electric weakness. And that hits this team really, really hard.
That does hurt. Especially the flying. I'm not seeing a flying resist here at all.
Yeah, I mean, look at this type chart. No flying resist.
Yeah, it's just it's just Sandy Shocks, and Sandy Shocks is not really known for being the bulkiest.
Also, this gets Earth Power, which bolsters the coverage against Shocks, Infernape, and Quillfish.
Yep.
And a Gravity Talonflame, because Pyrus is probably bringing Gravity, let's be honest with ourselves.
Another thing is, if I'm correct, does Iron Jugulus get Tailwind?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So it's a great Tailwind setter here.
I think that might sell it right there. Yeah. Just don't even bother with trying to counter their Tailwind. Set up your own. They can't really do much to you.
Yeah. I could also see, like, I feel like Big E could also bring just, like, some silly shit and get away with it. Like, Terra Fire Assault Vest Metagross just kind of sits on this entire team, other than, I guess, Sandy Shocks. Or you could just you could just turn into a bird and be Terra Flying and be fine.
Ooh, yeah. I like that, especially against the Ogerpon.
Yeah.
I may just be an Ogerpon hater, but this definitely isn't the matchup for it.
Yeah, not this Ogerpon. I mean, on paper you're like, ooh, 2 Intimidators, so awesome. And then you remember this one gets Sap Sipper anyway, so oops.
Yep. Sap Sipper, Intimidate with Will-O-Wisp. Oh.
Yeah, this one gets Wisp and it beats you with a type, and you can hit it with Stomping Tantrum. Oh boy. And you get redirected into Electabuzz, which parries you.
Yep.
So yeah,
I've dealt with Electabuzz before.
I could see Pyrus cook. I think Pyrus is definitely one of the coaches that is most in the kitchen, and most perhaps they're behind off to get any kind of advantage they can, and I salute them for that. But this matchup looks real rough.
Remind me of the records again.
So Pyrus is 2-2. That's the team on the right. Team on the left, Big E, is 2-1. Has not played the week 3 match yet. The week 4 match yet. Week 4 match set against Titanic Destruction, which was the team we just saw a bit earlier with the Goldango, Palafin, Clawitzer, that team.
I might make a gamble. I think Pyrus got this.
Ooh.
I think Pyrus, as long as they play it right, I think they definitely need Sandy Shocks here. They need Talonflame, but I think they can bring some nice Latios sets, maybe even Infernape sets. Because the team on the left, yeah, it's great bulk, but there's some good answers on the right side, I think. Like Latios, just Draco Meteor. Or, Infernape Flare Blitz against Metagross.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. I think both these teams can definitely cook in this matchup. I think Pyrus is more incentivized to cook, and therefore that means that Big E is more likely to get caught off guard. So, that makes things hard for me. Because I want to go with my gut and say that Big E got this, but I don't know.
I still think that's a great choice, but I can see the teams are fairly even.
Yeah.
They both have their own perks, I guess.
They do. Also, I just noticed this. Pyrus is coming off of a 2-game losing streak. So, a bit of negative momentum going into this game. I could definitely see Pyrus wanting to turn that around. Is this the match?
I still think they will.
I think I'm gonna be a doubter in that regard. I don't think this is a matchup where you really want to be turning it around, but I still think Pyrus is a great shot at this. So, good luck to both of you. It's gonna be one hell of a set. Last up for Dusk, we get to bring Water Bull out of his little pen onto the stage. All right, we have the Inglorious Indeedee, also known as Gig, and we have the Sydney Scizors, also known as Sir Air. So,
now let me be biased for a second. Galarian Zapdos wins this.
Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, it does. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a good Galarian Zapdos like resist in my life. I think they've all been fake.
Flying Fighting is a great type.
Yeah, as long as you don't run into like a Rotom Ghost, you're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
What else?
Galarian Zapdos
I
goes
mean,
crazy here.
this guy just has a lot of high tiers. It's crazy.
Which
I
one?
still don't see what Iron Leaves is doing here.
Oh,
Left team, sorry.
yeah.
I still don't see what Iron Leaves is doing here, but it can be part of the team for now.
I mean, Iron Leaves isn't amazing in this matchup. It checks Water Bowl on paper, but I'm pretty sure Water Bowl gets a bug move. It probably gets like Pounce or some shit to just send Iron Leaves to the fucking stratosphere.
Also Intimidate.
Yeah, I guess Intimidate. For some reason, it's a canon event in my mind that Iron Leaves is immune to Intimidate, but no, it's just bad.
Nope.
I will say, Gig is 3-0, the only coach left in the Dusk Division who has not lost a single set. So, props. Credit where credit's due. Air is 2-2, coming off a great win versus Cannor. But my goodness, just look at Incineroar and look at this team, and then look back at Incineroar.
Oh, yeah. There is a Spectrier and then there's an Incineroar. If I had to pick one.
Now, granted, there's two fighting types. There's Gabalion and there's Water Bowl. But as you mentioned, Galarian Zapdos is great into both of them. And there's a Tornadus, which is also incredible here.
And just a whole ass Garchomp.
Yeah, just a whole ass Garchomp. And there's Pachirisu, which Gig I feel like hasn't used too amazingly quite yet. I keep hinting like this is the time for Pachirisu. This is the time for Pachirisu. It really does not take much damage from a lot of stuff on this team. And even just redirecting like Stun Spore from Whimsicott that would be on Tornadus is really valuable.
I was also going to say it's a pretty decent Spadef-Wall, and it might be able to live a hit from Spectrier and allow something like, I don't know, Incineroar to get a knockoff, or Galarian Zapdos to do Brave Bird or Close Combat.
I could see Pachirisu next to Gyaptos being a really good combo, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think Spectrier two-shots Pachirisu. I think
don't
it just
think so either.
I think it just eats, and then it can be like Terra. It could become a bird.
It
could
actually
be Terra
literally
flying.
eats.
Yeah. You could be Terra flying, and then you're still immune to the Thunderbolt from Rotom. So I'm gonna give it to my
Another
goat
strong
Gig.
play here. Another strong play here is Nuzzle with Pachirisu.
Oh yeah.
Shuts down a lot of the team because so they do have the best Trick Room on the right side, but I'm not seeing a great Trick Room abuser.
Yeah, it really is Donphan and Regirock. Air does not have great Trick Room, which kind of makes Cresselia a little bit meaningless. And that's a big issue I have with Air's team in general, is that like a lot of these Pokemon are hard to justify to bring. Like Whimsicott, Cobalion, Spectrier, Tauros, Rotom. All great Pokemon. The other 6 are very situational in my opinion. Except for Cresselia, but the team around it doesn't benefit it. So it's kind of hard for Air to lock in the last one, I feel like. And it makes this team kind of predictable. And that's proven to be a bit of an issue in the beginning of the season. But he's been able to work past it recently. So I'm curious.
Yeah. That's good to hear, but I gotta give it to Gig. Galarian Zapdos for the win. I think they got this.
Never doubt the bird. Also, did you know this shit doesn't get double kick?
Unfortunately, I did.
Why does it not get double
I
kick?
really wanted to bring it 1 week.
That's so stupid. It has 2 legs. Kick with both. You're a roadrunner. Anyway.
Too much work.
I guess. Oh, Water Ball has found a new home.
This is a familiar team.
Yeah. Ooh, this team on the team on the right looks kind of spicy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, they got Galarian Zapdos. That's crazy. I mean, based off the last matchup, I think they just win.
I agree.
No.
Dang. Okay, so level with me. Why do you not get destroyed by Winda? Be honest.
Ruffle it.
True. You're right. You're right. It gets Defiant. It stops Water Bowl. You're so right. Actually.
True.
All right. GG's.
Oh my goodness. There's so much bulk on the left-hand side. It is going to be so annoying to try to break through this.
Have you started building for this yet?
Bet,
Sorry.
I've workshopped some ideas, which one of the main ideas I've been looking at is gimmick I've brought in the previous week, Shift Tree. I think Shift Tree with just the type.
Wait, hold
advantage
up.
against- Just
Look
at the top.
I'm allowed to cut some of this out. This is probably gonna go up. When are you and Winda playing?
Oh, sometime later this week.
Okay,
It's okay. I'm gonna bring Shift Tree anyways. It's not gonna matter.
All right, you're okay. Just laying that on the table. I love that. I respect the shit out of you for that.
The type advantage against, like, just look at the top 3 with Shift Tree. If they don't Terra, which one of them can't, it hurts a lot.
True. Base and Shift Tree pilled.
I think that is one. Oh, sorry. You go.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'm looking at it. I'm looking at Spectrier and I'm looking at your team, and I'm a little worried for you.
Now, I do have Mousehold, even though it is at the bottom of the list.
Mousehold's huge.
It is still there. I am hoping that does sort of disincentivize them using Shadow Ball or relying on it so much, but I know that's not going to be the case. I think my best bet is to just roll with stuff like Goldango and Shift Tree. Go for big damage numbers and hope they fall. I think the scariest thing that could happen here is if Reuniclus gets a Trick Room with an Ursaluna next to it. As we saw last week, my team struggles in Trick Room, which is unfortunate to say.
Yeah. This is gonna be a weird one. I'm curious for this one. Winda is 4-0. You, of course, are 2-2. Nothing to be ashamed of. Great record. But I don't know. I hope you know that I respect you and I think you're awesome. But I'm looking at Winda's team and I'm looking at your team, and I'm really sorry, but I gotta give it to Winda, I think.
No problem. I will still vote for myself, but I will also point out this. It's funny how both Galarian Zapdos are fighting Spectrier the same week.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, this league is actually kind of rigged. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. And there's there's Fletchling with Reuniclus again. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say underrated pick, Fletchling. Bring that against my team, instant win.
True. Dude, you get the Gale Wings Brave Bird into the Galarian Zapdos, and you do a cool 48%.
Ooh.
And then you die immediately, like the shitmon you are.
It's funny how you aren't sarcastic. It actually does do that amount.
I love being right. It's so fun.
But that's why Rufflet's better. Rufflet's better because he can actually take out Amon.
True. Dude, Rufflet into Appleton? Damn. You look at that damage calc and it looks so tasty, and then you miss your move anyway because of Hustle.
Yep. Brave Bird looks nice here, but that Zapdos is so intimidating. In fact, it just shuts down Goldango as well, for the most part. I have to find some way around it.
I mean, where there's a dawn, there's a way. That's all I'll say. All right. We're moving on. Matchup number 6. This one got a little bit spoiled. Oops. Yeah, we have Otto versus Cathy.
Oh no.
Do you just want to call it a mulligan and just shake hands? We both say Cathy. We both move on.
What? I think Ting Lu wins this. Yeah.
All right. Shake hands. This counts for nobody. Congrats.
Ting Lu.
Yeah, Ting Lu, kind of crazy. I didn't watch the game. I'll watch the game later.
Go crazy here.
I did see that immediately after this match, Otto traded away Ting Lu, which I think is very hilarious.
I mean, he was right. Defensive Terra types, or just Terramons, don't really work this season.
Especially when you can't Terrasilize it.
Yep.
What did he pick up instead? I already forgot. Was it? It wasn't Luna.
Just because it was bulky. He wanted bulk.
Yeah. What did he grab? I forget. He grabbed King Gambit. Ooh, ooh. Okay. I'm curious about that one. We'll see how Otto's team shakes out. But yeah, this is a match that already happened. So
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Tinglu looks very good here. I guess we could theorize what could have been. Oops.
Yeah, we could have seen what, because I haven't seen the games either.
Okay.
I think, based off what mods, obviously I love Hisuian Zorark. Illusion's such a fun gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking at Typhlosion, and that just sort of gets hard shut down by Porygon too, which is unfortunate, because aside from that, it would be so great here.
Honestly, this matchup looks really hard for Otto, like, in general. This matchup looks kind of rough, because, like, Palafin looks really good here. Other than, like,
the type resists.
Yeah.
The type resists just don't work for Otto in this scenario.
Golurk is also incredibly strong in Trick Room, if that gets facilitated. Or doesn't even need Trick Room. In Tailwind?
Yeah.
Golurk and Tailwind versus this team goes kind of crazy.
Now, this is the team that I fought before, right? This is Cathy.
Yeah, the team on the right is Cathy.
Yeah, this is Cathy. There was one issue with this team that I saw, and it's just, as much as I love Porygon 2, it relied too much on Trick Room. It was sort of obvious you're going to set Trick Room. There's so many ways to get around it. Like, as I showed during my match, I brought Fake Out and Taunt on the same on to counter Trick Room. I don't think it's a viable strategy here, which sucks. Because that's one of your biggest strategies.
Mm-hmm. Even then, though, I feel like... I don't know if you would want to bring Trick Room, because Otto has the slowest mons. But, like, Tailwind Golurk looks kind of good here. Klefki's annoying as always. Ogerpon hits hard as always. Palafin hits hard as always.
And we saw what Otto did to me in Trick Room last week.
Oh, God. Yeah, that Blastoise is crazy. Oh, man. I am really curious to watch this back.
This is the good Ogerpon. We love this Ogerpon.
No, we stand for this Ogerpon. Fire Ogerpon, Water Ogerpon, even Rock Ogerpon.
I know.
Those Rock Ogerpon's cool. You can be invited to dinner. Grass Ogerpon is sauceless. I'm gonna say it. Grass Ogerpon is sauceless. You gotta have the other two. They're just better. Anyway.
But as for who I think would have won this had I not seen the match, I think Cathy actually would have won.
Honestly, yeah, I think just looking at this, I would give it to Cathy. So I'm extremely curious to see what Otto cooked up, because Otto is the most creative coach in this league. I would put money on, and it's always fun to watch his matches. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Ooh, Fat Rat.
Big Fat Rat mention. Ooh, that team name looking unfamiliar.
I know. I wouldn't know if stealing team names. No, not me.
What? So, this matchup is interesting. It's the first of its kind where, again, no shade being thrown at anyone. It's Pokemon. It's not the top of anyone's priority list, I would hope. It's just for fun. But, Split, aka Coach of the Winda Weedles, is locked out of playoffs, from what I understand. So, I think Split's goal for the rest of the season is to have as much fun as possible. At least that'd be my goal. Just vibes, have fun, just dick around a little bit. But Rat is absolutely here to play to win. He is 1-2. He still has a fighting chance. And I would imagine he wants to improve his record a little bit more. So.
Yeah, now you just mentioned them trying to have fun. The first thing I see is the Titan and a Hail Setter. Go for it.
Yeah, Ninetales just
go for the Slush Rush sweep.
Ninetales gives Titan a Beretta and just says, "Go do a crime." It's very short Titan, by the way. Titan is tiny.
Yeah, that is the smallest Titan.
Why is he so small compared to like Suicune? It's a third of the.
I was gonna say the issue with Hail here is that you're buffing Chiempao. which that's not necessarily a thing you want to do.
Okay, here's the thing about Xianpao though, is like it could be in snow 10,000 times over, it is still getting cucked by Tauros. Like it is not doing anything
Funny
to Tauros.
enough, I have seen Xianpaos live close combat. They are scary.
I mean, you don't even need close combat. You can body press or you can Raging Bull, and you'll be fine. You don't gotta drop your defenses. I have seen Xianpaos live close combat though. It is very silly. Especially like Choppleberry and Hail, I would imagine does like 60% max. Maybe like 70% max. But still, like Xianpao's not gonna be touching Fireball very much. I think honestly this is the best that Split's Hail mode has ever looked so far this season. Rad really only has the Gouging Fire to stop it. And Gouging Fire can kind of be put down by the Suicune. So, and the Fireball. So I can see this go well.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Does Iron Treads get a grass move?
It might get Trailblaze.
Correct, I think it does.
I think it like also gets Grass Knot, maybe. It doesn't get like Wood Hammer.
Oh, it doesn't get one. Man, that would have been very heat here.
Wait, it doesn't even get...
You could still go Terra Grass and try to catch a Swampert.
It doesn't even get Trailblaze? What the fuck?
No.
This one is dicks. I'm sorry, Winda. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess Terra Grass, Terra Blast.
Maybe Terra Grass. Yeah, try to catch Swampert off guard, because Swampert, ooh, big bully until it sees the freeze dry. But
I don't know. I think
you got to prevent.
Swampert's not amazing.
That's not necessarily hard.
I feel like Swamper's not amazing here.
Gouging Fire side. I don't think the Ice types really want to come out to play. I
guess. I could see the Ice like being pretty solid here if you get rid of the Gouging Fire early, because Gouging Fire is kind of incentivized to play early. And so we can shut it down pretty hard. Gouging Fire hits it hard, of course. Alolan Ninetales makes its damage not that great. I don't know. I think...
Alolan Ninetales just kills it with Freeze Dry.
Oh, Swampert? Absolutely. I think the framework of Split's team is there, but it's missing some, like, key pieces around the edges. Whereas Rat, I think, just has a more solidly built team.
Rat does have the Okidogi.
True. This is the big dog.
Oh.
And the big dog gonna eat.
For the spirit or fun, or for Fat Rat? That's the question.
For fun or for Fat Rat?
I mean, because you know you can cook some really funny sets when you already know you're out of playoffs.
True.
And sometimes they just work. No one expects them.
Shit, you can run Specs and Mungus here. Why not? Did I put Tink instead of Tinkaton? I just realized. Oh my god.
Oh.
I put the wrong Tink. Pretend this is Tinkaton. You know what?
The big one.
Tinkaton, you're gonna cosplay as Water Bowl today. There you go.
Oh.
There, that's Tinkaton.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'll give it to Fat Rat. I think he got it.
That's fair. I think I'll also give it to Rat. I think if I'm Rat, I really play to not lose here.
That is a great strategy.
Yeah, play to win, play to not lose. But Split can cook. I would love to see Split cook so bad. I think it'd be hilarious. With that being said, we have a final matchup upon us. We got Splishy Splashers. We got SoCal Valiant. SoCal Valiant, coached by Final Gambit, is also, again, no shade, out of playoffs. Which means fun is of the essence. Splishy Splashers are also
now,
1 and 2.
I just want to point out.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Sand and Rock Slide.
Yeah, I think.
No, sorry. Are we all good? Did we reconnect? Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was stuttering for a bit, so I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, my bad.
I was just saying sand and Rock Slide. That looks fun against this team.
Yeah, blue
Sand
can
and
kind of just
Excadrill.
send rock slide. And rock slides are going to be clicked. Now, I will say...
The only...
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Alright, my bad. I will say, it's a
No,
very
no.
similar spot to last match. Blue is 1 and 2. Gambit is 0-4. So blue's playing to stay in playoffs. Have a little shot. I will say, Dawn Division is very rough because the top 4 are all very good. So both blue and red have their work cut out for them. But Gambit can chill and have fun. And this is a great team to have fun with because you have Reggie Drago and you have Tailwind. And them buttons be clicked.
I will point out a good mon on the right side. I think, what is it? Meowscarda. It recently got access to Triple Axle. Just look at the ice weaknesses real quick on the left-hand side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that kind of hurt. The biggest problem is Empoleon and Quillfish, which unfortunately Meowscarda doesn't have the best answers for. But if any of the other teammates can pick up that slack, I think there's a chance.
I mean, Meowscarada gets Flower Trick. I feel like that hits pretty hard. Like, just even Flower Trick into the
But
same...
I think Synergy wins this. I think Sand.
You're going blue?
Yeah.
Alright, you're going blue, I think.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go Gambit. I think one mod we really sold short was Ursaluna. I think Ursaluna Blood Moon looks amazing here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trick Room is really scary, and that is a mode that blue kind of can't operate in because Valiant is the best anti-Trick Room mod that he has, and that gets really shut down by Galarian Slowbro. And like, Galarian Slowbro is hard to use here because you have 2 ground types that are both really good. But I think just as a lead, it's kind of hard to stop. It'd be better if Gambit had Fake Out on something, but Ally Switch Meowscarada or even like Air Balloon or Shukaberry Slowbro with enough defensive investment can get up Trick Room, and once the dimensions get twisted, Gambit's team goes kind of crazy. So I think I'm gonna give it to Gambit.
There is one thing I will point out for Trick Room. I count at least 3 taunters.
True. Well, doesn't it get Oblivious?
Does Big Bear get Oblivious? Or no, not Big Bear.
Big Slowbro?
Oh, Slow.
Oh, it doesn't. It gets own tempo.
It lost it.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
And that was the original. That's just base Slowbro, not the Galarian. Man, that would have been great here. I still think you can live with Mental Herb, though. But the problem is you're risking just dying to ground types and an Ivy Cudgel. Lovely.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you can just Terra this. But you don't want to be Terrasalizing your Trick Room Pokemon. But also, Slowbro generally hits the team pretty hard. I don't know. I'm going to believe in Gambit.
If you have to Terra to get Trick Room up, Trick Room almost always wins the game. So I can see where that's beneficial. I still think Gambit got, or not Gambit. I still think that Blue got this.
I think Comfey also gets Trick Room, and so does Meowscarada. So
yes.
Gambit can get
Both
crazy.
Of them get Trick. Comfey may be a bit of a better Trick Room user just because you can do Triage, Giga Drain, and just do that.
All right. I think I'm going to stick with Gambit, though. But, yeah, pretty quick little Pickems rundown here. Thank you very much for joining me on this little adventure. It sounds like my internet might be falling apart. Oops.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Oh, sick. But, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. Good luck to all the coaches this week. Make sure to have fun. Good luck. Hit your rock slides. All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.